School will make you a living, but what you learn after school can make you a fortune. There's an old truth that says, formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. And that truth has never been more real than it is today. The road to wealth doesn't begin with luck, money, or opportunity. It begins with a decision to learn. Every wealthy person you admire started not with riches, but with curiosity, the hunger to grow, to understand, and to improve themselves. You see, most people finish school and stop learning. The 1% finish school and start learning. They understand that real education doesn't come from a classroom. It comes from life, from books, from mentors, from experience, and from reflection. Self-education is the great equalizer. You can lose your job, your money, even your business, but you can't lose what you've learned. Knowledge multiplies opportunity. Every new idea, every new skill, every new insight adds another brick to the foundation of your success. The poor say, when I have money, I'll start investing. The rich say, when I start learning, I'll create the money. The difference isn't in the wallet, it's in the wisdom. And here's the beauty. You don't need a degree to become educated. You just need discipline, curiosity, and consistency. Read 10 pages a day, listen to great thinkers, study success, take notes from life itself. Every moment is a classroom if you decide to pay attention. Self-education doesn't just change your knowledge, it changes your thinking. It expands your awareness, and that awareness creates opportunity. When you think bigger, you see more. When you see more, you do more. Wealth doesn't start in your bank account, it starts in your mind. Every skill you develop, every book you read, every idea you apply becomes a seed that compounds over time. So if you truly want to walk the road to wealth, start here. Pick up a book, take notes, feed your mind, and never stop learning. Because the greatest investment you will ever make is not in a stock, not in real estate, not even in business, it's in yourself. Jim Rohn once said, if you want to have more, you have to become more. That single line contains the entire secret to wealth. You see, most people chase money, they work longer hours, take extra jobs, hustle harder, but they never pause to ask, am I growing as a person? Because the truth is, your income will rarely exceed your level of personal development. If you want to earn $100,000 a year, you must become the kind of person who brings that much value to the marketplace. Money is not a reward for effort, it's a reflection of value created. The more value you bring, the more money naturally follows. So how do you grow your value? By growing yourself, by learning new skills, sharpening your mindset, improving your habits, and developing your communication, leadership, and creativity. The wealthy don't work for money, they work on themselves until money starts working for them. That's the shift. Every book you read, every course you take, every failure you learn from, all of it compounds. Over time, it transforms who you are. And when you change, your results change automatically. Don't wait for your circumstances to get better, become better, and your circumstances will follow. The world always adjusts to the level of the person you become. So instead of saying, I wish I had more money, start saying, I wish I had more wisdom. Because wisdom is what turns time into opportunity and effort into results. The key is to make personal development a daily discipline. Spend 30 minutes every day feeding your mind with ideas that challenge you, review your goals, reflect on your progress. If you make personal growth your priority, wealth becomes a byproduct. It's not magic, it's cause and effect. You can't increase what you earn until you increase who you are. Remember, you don't get paid for time, you get paid for the value you deliver during that time. Grow your value and your income will chase you. So don't just work harder, work smarter, and smarter starts with self-education. Jim Rohn used to say, formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. And that truth is more relevant today than ever before. School teaches you how to survive, how to get a job, follow rules, and fit in. But self-education teaches you how to thrive, how to lead, innovate, and create. The system prepares most people to earn a paycheck, not to build freedom. It teaches what to think, but not how to think. That's why so many people work hard all their lives yet never escape the cycle of just getting by. Self-education, on the other hand, is about taking control of your own growth. It's when you decide, I will become a lifelong student of success, wealth, mindset, and personal mastery. Every book, podcast, seminar, and conversation with a mentor can become a classroom. The world is your university, and experience is your greatest teacher. Think about it. The most successful people in history were all self-taught learners. They didn't stop learning after school. They built their fortunes by staying curious, by reading, experimenting, and applying new ideas faster than anyone else. Warren Buffett spends 80% of his day reading. Elon Musk taught himself rocket science. Jim Rohn taught himself philosophy and communication. These people didn't wait for someone to hand them a syllabus. They created their own, and that's what separates the top 1% from the rest. They value growth more than comfort. They know that every hour spent learning something new multiplies their opportunities for the future. Self-education gives you freedom, freedom from financial stress, freedom from limitation, freedom from ignorance. When you invest in your mind, no one can ever take that away from you. So make it your daily habit to learn something valuable, something that improves your skills, expands your vision, or strengthens your character. Because wealth is not built in the bank, it's built in the mind first. Remember this, money follows mastery. The more you learn, the more you earn, and the road to true wealth, the kind that lasts, always begins with self-education. If you want your life to change, you must change. That's the great secret most people overlook. They work hard on their job, their business, or their goals, but they forget to work on the person behind all of it, themselves. Your job may make you a living, but your personal growth makes you a fortune. You can't have a better income without becoming a better person. You can't build a bigger business without building a stronger mindset. Everything in your external world is a reflection of your internal world. If you earn $2,000 a month, it's not just the economy, your boss, or your luck. It's the value you bring to the marketplace. And value is always tied to skill, discipline, and mindset. That's why the 1% focus on becoming more valuable every single day. Working harder on yourself means studying your habits, refining your attitude, improving your communication, and strengthening your character. Because when you grow, everything else grows with you. Don't just learn how to do your work better. Learn how to think better. Learn how to plan, how to lead, how to influence, and how to inspire. Success isn't about luck. It's about becoming the kind of person success is attracted to. You see, success doesn't come to you because you want it. It comes to you because of the person you become. That's why the greatest investment you'll ever make is in yourself. Pick up books that challenge your mind. Spend time with people who stretch your potential. Listen to ideas that make you uncomfortable, because comfort never creates growth. Every day you skip growth, you delay success. So instead of saying, I need a better job, start saying, I need to become better for my job. Instead of saying, I want more money, start saying, I need to bring more value, because when you become more, you attract more. Your success, your wealth, your freedom, they're not out there somewhere. They're waiting inside the person you're becoming. So, learn to work harder on yourself than you do on anything else. Because when you grow, your world expands and wealth will have no choice but to follow. Most people think wealth starts with money, but that's not true. Wealth doesn't begin in your wallet, it begins in your mind. Before a person ever builds a fortune, they first build a mindset. A mindset of abundance, discipline, and vision. The poor think, I'll believe it when I see it. But the wealthy think, I'll see it when I believe it. That's the difference. Belief comes before achievement. Your financial situation is simply a mirror of your thinking. If you think small, you earn small. If you think scarcity, you attract lack. But when you start thinking big, when you fill your mind with ideas, confidence, and value, opportunities begin to appear where they didn't before. Wealthy people understand that money is a result, not a cause. It's the outcome of ideas, courage, and consistency. It's the harvest that follows the seeds of discipline and learning. That's why you can give a millionaire's fortune to someone without the mindset, and in a few years they'll lose it. But give a broke man the right mindset, and he'll find a way to build wealth again. So, how do you begin? You start by changing your thoughts about money and success. Don't resent the wealthy, study them. Don't envy the successful, learn from them, because the moment you shift your thinking from why them to how can I, your journey begins. Read books that expand your financial IQ. Listen to people who have walked the path you want to travel. Replace every limiting belief, money is evil, rich people are greedy, I can't afford it, with empowering truths, money is freedom, wealth can serve others, how can I afford it? The mind is the factory of your future. Every thought you think is a tool, every belief is a blueprint. So guard your mind carefully, because it's designing your destiny every single day. The truth is simple. You'll never have more money than your mindset can handle. That's why self-education matters so deeply. It's how you train your mind for abundance. Because once your mind believes you deserve wealth, your actions will align and your life will follow. So remember, before you earn the fortune, build the mind that deserves it. Wealth is not something you stumble upon, it's something you grow into. And the road to it doesn't begin with luck, talent, or timing. It begins with learning. Everything we've talked about comes back to one timeless truth. Your level of success will rarely exceed your level of personal growth. You can't expect to live a wealthy life with a poor mindset. You can't build abundance with average habits. You must rise above the crowd, and that rise begins with education beyond school walls. Formal education may open the door to opportunity, but self-education opens the door to freedom. It's not about collecting degrees, it's about collecting wisdom. It's not about knowing everything, it's about staying curious enough to keep learning something new every day. The great achievers, the visionaries, the builders of wealth, they all shared one thing in common: they became students of life. They studied success, modeled excellence, and never stopped improving who they were. You can do the same. Start where you are with what you have and commit to learning something valuable each day. Read 10 pages. Listen to one great idea, reflect on your day and extract its lesson. Those small disciplines will compound, and one day they'll transform your entire life. Because wealth isn't built overnight, it's built over time, through daily decisions that feed your growth and sharpen your mind. The more valuable you become, the more valuable your world becomes. So make this your lifelong philosophy. Don't just chase money, chase growth. Because when you grow in wisdom, discipline, and understanding, money, success, and opportunity will begin to chase you. That's the real road to wealth. It starts not in your pocket, but in your mind, with a decision to never stop learning, never stop improving, and never stop becoming the person capable of living the life you dream of.